Business Doctors is a business network that assists small and medium enterprises in realizing their vision. This is a network of experienced business people who are passionate about sharing their skills with other business owners. They are all about coming together in helping you achieve all the growth that you've wanted. Now in studio with me is Steve Sutton. Steve, welcome to SME Zone.
Thanks a lot, Ntego.
Steve, tell us about Business Doctors. What does their work do?
Business Doctors, like you said, they're passionate about sharing their experience and skills with the SME market. It's a business that was founded in the UK in 2004, and it's a concept that I went out and connected to because I could see the relevance to our market and what sort of impact we can have on our SMEs within South Africa. So I hopped on a plane, went to fetch the business, liked what I saw. I liked the ethos, the culture that they had, and that tight-knitted network of experienced business people and how they could leverage that then to assist the SMEs through all the different growth phases, which resonated with me so much that I immediately brought it back. It's been, look, it's new, so it's been 2 to 3 weeks that we've actually running. I've been preparing the model for the last 2 months, trying to do where my passion specifically lies, and that's the other M that we seem to drop. It's SMME,
Yes.
And that's trying to find out in South Africa the micro, that sort of segment, the guys that's trying to start up something on the side of the road, that's trying to build a big construction company, has the big dreams. How do they get there? And I believe we can assist them as well.
But before assisting them, like Lebo from Booty Shoes earlier on mentioned, there needs to be passion. But you're also passionate about passion. Tell me about that.
We're all very passionate about passion. What's key though, and what she keeps on referring to, is once you have that passion, firstly, how do you install passion? What does it mean? And we've got a 10-step process that we go through that starts with why you're in the business. She referred to that as well, very important. What is your core purpose? Once you figure out what is your core purpose, and your core purpose is not always around the product, it's around the customer, and it's understanding that relationship. And the minute you attach to that core purpose, your market seems to open. Now, those are all steps that you take passion, you sort of, let's say, bottle it into this perfect, and we call that the strategy. And then how do you roll that out? Because the key thing that you mentioned as well is, you don't need employees in your business. You need people that's as passionate as you are if you are going to make the difference. And that is the only way that you align the whole company and your customers to what you're passionate about and what your strategy is.
But a lot of the time, Steve, people that are starting businesses cannot afford to have specialized people work for them in order to assist them with certain things. What advice would you have for a business owner who's very passionate about pushing their business forward, but they don't really have the manpower to assist them with that kind of growth?
Okay, there are so many. The SME market at the moment in South Africa is on fire. There are various platforms that's providing information. There's a lot of people out there performing that gives a lot of mentorship. What we say is try and bridge that, try and take some of that information and apply it. I sat with 45 entrepreneurs yesterday in the startup phase, trying to find their way in business and where they're going to go. And how do they leverage that knowledge? They take it, they apply it, go back, they fail forward. That's a concept I'm trying to teach them. So get out there, don't be afraid. One of the guys had a brilliant idea on how to connect the taxi industry, who's actually using lesser parts, let's call it that. How do you connect them back to the dealers and get them back to realize the value within there? Now this guy is on his own. How does it? I suggested a partnership. Get your idea out there, try it, see what happens.
Now, there are a lot of challenges that SME owners come across. What are the most common ones that you've seen in your business in assisting SME owners? What are the common problems that they normally all sort of fall into when starting up their businesses?
Look, we battle with 2 issues. Firstly, we think that funding is our major issue, and we think that the lack of fund and the red tape. That's not. A lot of the problems lies with the SME. That you're not prepared to do the right level of planning, and that you're not prepared to take ownership of that business and actually execute every day with that discipline on what you need to do. So the biggest problem that I've seen is it's very easy to get a business plan. A business plan, for one, doesn't install the passion, and now we've got a disconnect between the passion and we've got a book that says, and it doesn't drive the activity. So we've done a lot of work with businesses trying to take them from the concept of a business plan, which doesn't capture the passion. It's got a lot of the numbers that you need. Connect to why you want it, and let's drive that business plan into a strategy that you can execute on. I think doing is a big problem. It's also almost a sense of entitlement. The government will give to me. People will assist me, and if I wait for it, because poor me, but quickly you actually show them that it's so easy to take action, you get a response and you build on that.
But talking about that business plan, a lot of people actually go out and have people who are experienced in putting together that document, and you can sort of see the disconnect between the actual paper and what the person has to say, especially if being interviewed in relation to that business plan. What's your advice in terms of putting together that business plan? Would you say someone should do it themselves? Should they be part of the process of putting together that business plan?
Definitely part of the process in putting together that business plan, and I would suggest take a much more holistic view of the business plan. Try and connect to, like Lebo said, the passion portion is why you're in the business. Understanding what's going to get you out of bed every morning, because it's tough. It's not going to be easy, and the business plan is not going to do that. Once you connect with all of that, translate it into a business plan, and then grow it into a strategy that says, I've got to do 50 of these tomorrow. Did I do that? No, I didn't. I did. What did I learn out of it? How do I? It's a living, breathing document. That's why we refer to it as SME, strategy made easy, because it is that easy. It's about the discipline of executing on that passion.
Steve, we are running out of time, but I just want you to tell us a bit more about the services that business doctors give to SMEs.
Okay, so currently for SMEs, we provide two main services. We have got a workshop system where we're trying to reach out to the guys that really can't afford the higher level and try and give them the same level of information and assistance that a 4 billion company would get, because it's the same dynamics. The second is we do provide strat days where we take business owners out of their business, put a pause, let them re-look and reconnect to where they are and how they can get the next level of growth.
So where can people find you?
People can find us on the web at www.businessdoctors.co.za, or they can contact me directly. I'm sure the details are on the screen. I'll be happy to talk to anybody and assist.
Steve, it's been an absolute pleasure having you in studio. All the best with your endeavors, and thank you so much.
Cool. Thanks a lot for having me. Cheers.
That's all we have for you on SME Zone this week. We hope that you really enjoyed and got your pen and papers to get all the information from our experts. From me and the rest of the team, it's goodbye.
Eskom Development Foundation's greatest CSI successes are their economic empowerment programs. Eskom's annual business investment competition provides opportunities for SMEs to gain business recognition and build a client base. All registered small and medium black-owned businesses operating for at least 2 years in the agriculture, manufacturing and trade or services sector are eligible to enter. Finalists will be given the opportunity to exhibit at the annual Business Opportunities and Franchise Expo during September.